I told y'all that Heavy D Sparks is gonna come out back swinging, and he's gonna come out back swinging with a vengeance, and he is exactly doing that by posting his last video on YouTube, because he was wrongfully detained and he was properly vindicated. So Heavy D Sparks was arrested for supposedly violating the Clean Air Act by the EPA. No, he wasn't arrested by the EPA, which I'll get to you in a second. But supposedly he was arrested for deleting semi-trucks or deleting trucks and rolling coal, supposedly. But that wasn't the case at all. Like I said, he's coming back out with a vengeance so that this cannot happen to anyone else. And he's also gonna get to the bottom of it. The truth of the matter of the fact is, this is probably the longest lawsuit that anyone's ever seen. Even his attorney said that this is the longest lawsuit that he has ever seen or dealt with. For the matter of the fact is, this happened 9 years ago, and these corporations, it wasn't even the freaking EPA or the government. It was these corporations and environmentalists and lobbyists and freaking Democrat liberals who care about the environment in the wrong way, which they are caring about the environment only for the money and absolutely doing nothing, going after Heavy D Sparks. They saw a rich YouTuber in the state of Utah thinking he makes a whole boatload of money 9 years ago, which he wasn't at that time, not as much as he makes now, and they decided to sue him for $114 million. That's right, Dr. Monk and attorney Reed Zars were going after Heavy D Sparks, not for deleting trucks, but after the money. Under the title that they're trying to protect the environment, which they were absolutely doing nothing. And Heavy D Sparks wasn't arrested for deleting trucks or rolling coal. He wasn't arrested for that. He was arrested for over a paper civil dispute. Yes, this was already all going through the court system, and he was arrested for supposedly not paying attorney fees, which is not a felony. And to make things worse, he was showing the judge that he was complying. He was not complying. He was complying. He basically was complying, and him and his attorney were going through different things to try to negotiate the attorney fees. Because the problem is, after the court rulings, the $114 million turned to like 400 something, 500 something thousand dollars. It was not $114 million because some other thing stepped in and said you cannot sue the guy for that much money. But at the same time, there is no limit on attorney fees. So they start coming out with a huge boatload amount of attorney fees that now Heavy D Sparks and his attorney was trying to negotiate with these environmentalists who absolutely do nothing to protect the environment. Now, Heavy D Sparks did say that he is not perfect, okay? He did say he's not perfect. He made mistakes. Yes, he has deleted trucks in the past as a young person, as any young person who is into trucks and wants to buy a newer truck but have it deleted does. He did roll coal before. Yes, he does admit to it. He does not say he didn't do it. But what he was sued for was not even about the Clean Air Act. It was not even about anything related to deleting trucks. It was basically environmentalists, liberals, Democrats seeing that he was making a boatload of money, saw his show, The Diesel Brothers, and then basically they assumed that he deletes all trucks because of that, decided to sue him for a blank check, $114 million, which after some government agencies or some court systems took it over, guess what? They couldn't sue him for $114 million, but for a small percentage. But the fact of the matter is, the attorney fees just became a blank check. And Heavy D Sparks and his attorney were negotiating, but in the process, in those 9 years of negotiations and court rulings and everything like that, his secretary or whoever does their books and accounting for the YouTube channel and their business has sadly passed away, and they don't know what her password is to the computer. So they were trying to show them environmentalists and whoever was suing them that basically, hey, we got everything. We just can't access this. We'll provide you with everything, but we simply do not have the books or anything like that. We're trying to do our best. You can come and check it out on our own. We're doing everything we can. Heavy D Sparks even offered that, hey, I could go ahead and fix people's emission systems on diesel engines for free and keep it legal without deleting the trucks. That way we can keep small business owners and poor families without getting bankrupt and helping them financially. Basically, Dr. Monk and his attorney said, nope, we don't want that, we want your money. That's basically what they said. Here's the thing, when Heavy D Sparks knew his mistake, even before he got sued, he offered 200% refund on the defeat devices he sold to the public. Now, some people did return and get their 200% back on the refund, and some of them didn't. It was their choice. You can't control people. But even then, they still decided to sue him. And guess what? The EPA didn't even want to take this case. They have not taken this case. This is not an EPA-related issue. It was such a small thing that the EPA thought it was going to be something small that they didn't even want to take it. By the way, EPA is not for the little guys. EPA is for the big corporations that definitely push out smog out there. It's not even really supposed to be about vehicles. It's supposed to be about big factories pushing out all the smoke. And that's the problem. That is what Utah is. I've been in the beautiful state of Utah. The air is not good quality. The air is full of companies that are pushing out dangerous gases and smoke and smog into the air. Yes, Utah is full of it. You should do some research. I've actually picked up a load one time out of Utah where they had me, just in case, they got me masks. Like, if I feel sick, they're like, take these masks because we're right next to a company that makes ammonia, and it's going to be bad. So they're releasing all that in the air. So Utah itself is not clean. And these environmentalists who are in Utah are trying to blame anything that's deleted. Anybody that's making money and showing deleted trucks and deleted vehicles, blame them for it and say, that's why our air quality is bad. And guess what? Them environmentalists in Utah that were suing Heavy D Sparks, they absolutely has not made anything better for the environment in the state of Utah. And EPA is basically nationwide or California. It's not just the state of Utah. That's why they didn't take the Heavy D Sparks case. And basically, Heavy D Sparks has done more good on his YouTube channel for the environment than these environmentalists have done. Basically, Heavy D Sparks takes out vehicles stuck in basically nature areas where you would need a tow truck to get stuff out. He's protecting the environment, not destroying it. And what does Dr. Monk and his attorney do? All they do is collect the money, bank it, cash it, or do whatnot, get rich, and absolutely do nothing to protect the state of Utah. And yeah, that attorney is also a hypocrite. What he does, he goes ahead, finds something on his YouTube channel, and for example, Heavy D Sparks has posted a beautiful house on his YouTube channel, and the attorney on court was like, oh, where are you making all this money? How do you afford this house? And Heavy D Sparks go, that's not my house. That's just a picture I decided to take and post on social media because I thought the house looked cool. That's how hypocrite these liberal Democrat people are. Now, I'm gonna say, I'm not trying to like false information anybody, but I'm just getting the facts together that, hey, this is actually true, and these people are just being really hilariously dumb, and they're also destroying other people's lives in the process. Basically, the marshals, when Heavy D Sparks has landed in Utah, have taken Heavy D Sparks by surprise. Heavy D Sparks thought it was a joke because he has friends in law enforcement that sometimes pull a prank on him. He said he was laughing, and when he realized handcuffs are going on him, the marshals and everybody at the prison and everything were all apologizing because they knew that he wasn't supposed to go to prison. Yes, he was in solitary confinement for 3 days, and he said, it changed my life. He says he has a boatload of respect for people who have actually done prison time or even jail time, because it's a totally different ball game at that point. And basically, he did get vindicated. He's not found at fault. I don't know what's going to happen yet. That's why I recommend subscribing to Heavy D Sparks and subscribe to me, because, hey, I post a lot of viral content and I share real, actual facts and not just some made-up stuff. If I make a mistake, I usually come out with a video saying that I've made a mistake and I get my facts straight together. Not canceled. Guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004 turn light. This particular package
driving attempt on the 6 Series.